Hello and welcome to my channel today, Boo Snakes and More. Today we're going to be talking about Batman, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And for more videos like this, watch my other house channel, A&A Snakes and Stuff, my youngest son's channel, Henny's Toys and Games, or my oldest son's channel, Little Kristen. Now let's dive into the video. Batman is indeed one of the best heroes in the DC Universe, but who is his perfect Marvel counterpart? Fans love to compare heroes from the big two, and often they will discuss who the hero's best matches from the opposite universe. Admittedly, it can be hard trying to find one that complements Batman. Is Iron Man the Batman of the Marvel Universe? What about Wolverine or possibly even Deadpool? I know, but they did just have two crossovers. There's no one perfect match, but I do think the simplest solution is arguably the correct one. When it comes down to it, Daredevil works as Batman's counterpart. Both were shaped in their youth by powerful tragedies. Both spent their lives honing their skills to be one-man armies, and they both have an infinity for gadgets. Sure, there's a bunch of little details, like Bruce's wealth or Matt's faith, that separate them, but these two are certainly cut from the same cloth. In fact, we saw how similar they were in their first crossover nearly 30 years ago, a book that brought the heroes together and included the absolute best villain to antagonize them. Two-Face was at the center of Batman and Daredevil's team-up. In Daredevil Batman Eye for an Eye by D.G. Chichester, Scott McDaniel, Derek Fisher, Bill Oakley, and Gregory Wright, Batman's longtime nemesis, Two-Face teams up with another villain with a darker half, Mr. Hyde. Together they steal a powerful computer chip, one that can bioorganically develop in one's brain. Two-Face is, of course, planning on double-crossing Hyde by having him house the chip and harvesting it once the chip is ready. However, Batman is on the case, having pursued Two-Face to New York, which brings the Dark Knight into a confrontation with the Man Without Fear. Why, there's the usual fight one expects when two superheroes meet. Daredevil and Batman eventually decide to work together to recover the chip before Two-Face can kill Hyde and make off with the chip. During the story, we actually discover a piece of Two-Face's past, where he was just Harvey Dent, apparently back in law school where Dent knew Murdoch, and the two were actually friends. That thankfully comes in handy when the heroes confront Two-Face, and they manage to convince the villain not to kill Hyde. They recover the chip, and Batman and Daredevil's first adventure comes to an end. Giving Daredevil a lawyer villain is a pretty clever move. I could go on all day about the close similarities between Matt Murdock and Bruce Wayne, but what I really appreciate about this story in particular is the use of Two-Face as its villain. It could have gone for someone like the Penguin and leaned into Daredevil's history of being antagonized by crime bosses, but instead Daredevil slash Batman Eye for an Eye chose a villain that touched on Matt's personal life as a lawyer, and in doing so it helped pave the way for an emotional connection to Daredevil's past by revealing that he and Two-Face were once friends. I'm actually really surprised Marvel doesn't have many villains who are lawyers in their private lives or who practiced law in the past. The only one I can think of is Beetle. I guess it's easier for lawyers to be heroes, given that they generally try to defend the law instead of breaking it. But I think including Two-Face in this story really worked. Both he and Matt believe in the system of laws, and both suffered life-changing accidents. But whereas Matt found the righteous path, Harvey fractured and lost his faith in the system he trusted so much. Now that we're in an era of new Marvel and DC crossovers, I'd love to see a follow-up story. A lot of writers have done some really interesting things with Two-Face in the last several years, especially with his last miniseries. It'd be cool to see Batman and Daredevil team up for a sequel to this tale and give fans a chance to see how both heroes mirror their old friend. That's probably a long shot, but at least we'll always have Daredevil's Last Batman Eye for an Eye, a story that gave readers the perfect antagonist for their joint adventure. What do you think about Two-Face being a temporary Daredevil villain? Let us know in the comments. And thank you for watching this video, and peace out till the next one.